we gotta finish this.
Volunteering, food banks,
Volunteering
Habitat for
food. I
Humanity.
appreciate you for doing that. Have you created jobs for others?
Created jobs? No, I wouldn't say
Why
so.
have you not?
I haven't had the ability to do so.
Do you think it's easy or do you think it's hard?
To create jobs is probably hard, yeah.
Okay, so the people that create jobs, you think they should have a little bit of incentive for having risked their life savings, spend time away their families to create jobs so somebody like you can work for that company?
Sure, but that
is
not,
the incentive.
And bravo for them, but that does not give them the right to pay themselves $2 million bonuses while their workers are scraping by at like $10 an hour.
You don't get to choose how much money I choose to make. That's not your business. That's my business. If you have 4 girlfriends, and I have one, is it my business to tell you can't have 4 girlfriends?
I think
if you play 7 hours of Fortnite every day,
right,
and I don't play Fortnite at all, should I tell you you shouldn't be able to play 7 hours of Fortnite a day?
In my view.
Hey, appreciate you.
Absolutely.
How are you? What's your name?
Zena.
Zena.
Awesome. So this claim about incentive is one that we see often promoted by capitalism enjoyers, right? Mm-hmm. And it's this idea that, profit incentives is the only thing that can make humans do things, get up out of bed every day, which has never been the case. Historically, it's not the case. Psychologically.
Historically, it's never been the case?
No.
What has been the case?
So we've seen...
What's been the incentive?
The incentive is intrinsic motivation.
Intrinsic motivation?
Of course. Have you ever heard of intrinsic motivation?
Of course I have. So you think people are going to go just do anything for no incentives?
The incentive is intrinsic, meaning passion, interest, and honing your skills.
Whether you get paid or not.
Well, the problem is that we're forcing people to, need to, work to survive.
So what's the alternative?
All right, this is crazy. So this was a dumb response right here. Basically, what she's saying is that the incentive is whatever value. And she's basically saying that people feel motivated. That's why they should want to work. So we just want to forget about all the insurance bills we have, mortgage bills, light bills, gas bills, electric bills, maintenance on your car, plumbing in your home. All these things cost money. So we can't just live in a system with what the fuck did she say? It's like I'm getting tongue twisted right now. Give me 1 second.
So give me another solution, another
may
economical
I finish
system.
The talking
yeah,
point?
actually, I'm curious.
So yeah, the psychological theory forcing people to need to.
Hey, appreciate you.
Absolutely.
That is the only thing that can make humans do things, get up out of bed every day, which has never been the case. Historically, it's not the case. Psychologically.
Historically, it's never been the case?
No.
What has been the case?
So we've seen...
What's been the incentive?
The incentive is intrinsic motivation.
Okay, intrinsic motivation, right? So money is not the incentive. So basically what she's saying is, hey, you guys wake up every day, work 12 hours a day, sometimes even more, for passion and love, right? And the money has nothing to do with it. This is crazy.
Intrinsic motivation?
Of course. Have you ever heard of intrinsic motivation?
Of course I have. So you think people are going to go just do anything for no incentives?
The incentive is intrinsic, meaning passion, interest, and honing your skills.
Whether you get paid or not?
Well, the problem is that we're forcing people to, need to, work to survive.
So what's the alternative? So give me another solution, another economical system.
May I finish the talking point?
Yeah, actually, I'm curious.
So yeah, the psychological theory of self-determination is widely accepted in psychology. It basically explains that intrinsic motivation and
I hate when I do that. I start talking with my damn mics off. But no, what I was saying was that people like her are dangerous, man. Because you notice how these people, when they come and sit down and have these conversations, they're just like all jittery, overly excited, not thinking clear. They're just spitting out things. They're not even thinking about what they're saying before they say it. So, and then you got the other guy on the other end, very calm, very serene, very calculated. Sticking to the point, not letting the emotions cloud the conversation. So, again, like I said, most of these people didn't really come there to learn. They came there to be right. But yeah, just watch her. Just pay attention.
Passion is actually what predicts incentive. You're arguing that incentive is integral to profit-driven motivation. That's not true. Extrinsic motivation, at all times, at every single case, is going to, predict less creativity, less motivation, less skill, etc. Intrinsic motivation is what causes things like technological development. Some of the greatest breakthroughs have been from people who are devoted in honing their skill.
So should they get paid for it?
I think that we shouldn't live in a system that privately owns the means of production and forces people in this position.
What college did you go to?
USC.
So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter how much passion you have. That's all great and good and well. But he's asking you a question. Should these people get paid for it? And she's avoiding that question. She's stuck on the fact that, hey, we need to have passion and love for the things that we do. And he's simply not disagreeing with her. Like, you should have love and passion for the things that you do. But he asked a simple question. He said, hey, listen, should you get paid for it? If you're doing something you love to do and you're doing it passionately, should you be compensated for it? She doesn't want to answer that question.
You went to USC. What did you major in?
And the reason why she don't want to answer that question, because then he's going to ask her, well, then everybody else has the right to get paid for it. So everybody's getting paid for it. And then people are competing. Thus far, now you have capitalism. She doesn't even understand this. Listen to this crazy shit.
Sociology.
Sociology. Who's your hero as a professor? Who's the professor you look up to?
This doesn't seem like a topic that's related to capitalism.
The reason why I ask this question is because somebody convinced you of that. Somebody convinced you that is the way that
psychology and studies convinced me of this fact about the human mind.
Unfortunately, to your claim, results show that the greatest economical system is capitalism that allows people to go above and beyond and solve.
Okay, she's saying this creates more creativity. No one's knocking that. That's great. It's supposed to. Passionate people have great ideas, great endeavors. I think they should play them out. The question that he's asking her is, should they be compensated for it? Because if they should be compensated for what they're passionate about, now we got to understand that they're not the only passionate people on planet Earth. So that means that everybody should be compensated for what they're passionate about. That breeds competition. Here we have capitalism. I don't see what the problem is. She didn't come in to learn. She came in to be right.
Every single issue out there. An entrepreneur who gets up, who says,
what was your claim again, mister?
I'm going to incentive. The entrepreneur
what about incentive?
Who has an incentive to go out there and build their lives, and you put no monetary incentive. So I'm saying that this incentive
that you're talking about, what predicts the best incentive, the best drive, and the best creativity,
so what do you think about
has
Elon
been proven
Musk?
by psychology.
What do you think about Elon Musk?
Can we respond to my claim?
This is about incentive.
All right, awesome. So you're arguing that incentive is intrinsic and tied to extrinsic motivation. What we find is that the best incentive comes from intrinsic motivation.
So a person that's passionate about solving an issue is going to build something bigger than somebody else that's not.
Yeah, so someone who has a true passion for this.
Yeah, so
exactly. So profit motivation is not the thing that's driving innovation, right?
Of course
psychology.
Of course
so
it is.
Psychology proves that that's not the case. That profit's not the reason that we have the greatest inventions that we do today.
I don't know if I disagree with the fact that there's a passion behind it. Are you saying people with passion, even if there wasn't the incentive to make as much money as they would make, people would still pursue it even with or without money?
That's what psychology says.
Well, your claim.
These people wake up in the morning and they have this idea that money never existed. Money is evil. Let me tell you something. I had a goofball tell me one time. I had a few knuckleheads. I came across a few knuckleheads with this ideology. They say money's evil. We never had money in the past. Don't get the green dollar mistaken for barter and trade. I don't know what world these people are living in, but nowhere has society worked where people aren't being compensated. It doesn't work that way. Look, we gotta take this back. She's crazy as hell and don't even know it. Look at her. Crazy.
tied to extrinsic motivation. What we find is that the best incentive comes from intrinsic motivation.
So a person that's passionate about solving an issue is going to build something bigger than somebody else that's not.
Yeah, so someone who has a true passion for this.
Yeah, so
exactly. So profit motivation is not the thing that's driving innovation, right?
Of course
psychology.
It is. Of course
so
it is.
Psychology proves that that's not the case.
If there's not,
that profit's not.
So the problem is what she's saying is that she's basically saying where motivation comes from, passion, and you got to love the things that you're doing. Profit is not the incentive. That's totally opposite. That's totally incorrect. Totally erroneous. The truth of the matter is that if you're passionate enough about something and you dedicate your life to it and you have good ideas, you're going to want to be compensated for that, especially if you know your value. Elon Musk is very passionate, very hardworking. I believe that Elon Musk really likes what he's doing. But because he likes what he's doing and he's putting forth this effort, he also wants to be compensated for his hard work. And that's where we're getting this mixed up at. You know, they're making it seem like money is all in all. Sure, money isn't all in all, but money plays a very pivotal role in society. I mean, life has to function. Well, I mean, what exactly... See, you know what's crazy? These people are trying to... Okay, these people don't want you to tell them how to live, but they're trying to tell rich people how they should live. This is how crazy this is. Their biggest... number one complaint is we're forced to work these jobs. We're forced to live in capitalism. You know, we just want to live and, you know, the system won't just let us live. Okay, so you feel like you're being controlled by something. But yet, if you let these people have their way, they'll be dictators. These people are evil, man. They're evil. These people are evil. Seriously. It's almost like having a broke person that's telling you that money's evil. And then once he gets some money, he's even worse than you. That's what these people are. These people are evil. That's
not the reason that we have the greatest inventions that we do today.
I don't know if I disagree with the fact that there's a passion behind it. Are you saying people with passion, even if there wasn't the incentive to make as much money as they would make, people would still pursue it even with or without money?
That's what psychology says.
Well, your claims are wrong because
that's not true.
Whoever your psychology professor is, if you look at data and you find out how America, that's only been around for 249 years, schooled all the other countries that have been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years more, they did better than others because the incentive
because they accumulated
was free market
profit,
capitalism.
right, to 1% of the population and continue to produce on that
not
basis.
Necessarily. It's
right,
not,
we have this. Okay,
it's
so
not necessarily.
Do we want to respond because you can say that?
You've been interrupting the entire time. So if you're saying about the 1% are the problem and they're the only ones that make money.
That's
a lot of people make money. You said the profit goes to the 1%.
I'm explaining how it is that America has become the dominant part.
You see what I'm saying? She's talking so much. She's fucking stuttering. She's crazy. You can't reason with people like this. You know, this is just for digital footnote. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you walk into these situations, you know that you're not going to sway these people. But you can't have a conversation with a person like this. She's mentally ill. She's crazy. She's not even listening to nothing he's saying. She doesn't even have the capacity to hear what this man is saying at all. And very rude and disrespectful as well. This has to be frustrating. I couldn't do this. I just said you're stupid and left. I just don't have the patience. Shouts out to these people who have patience with people like this. It is crazy. I mean, you got to learn how to separate your opinions from facts. And most people, they tend to think that some people think it's the same thing. You got all this my truth, your truth. There is the truth, and then there's your opinion. Okay? The fuck? It's ridiculous. My truth, your truth. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean?
Power that it is now, right? What we see is that because we have this engine, right, this desire to accumulate profit, you know, we morally justify things like going to other countries, imperializing them, colonizing them, and extracting their resources, right, to funnel our country, right? Social democracies in the Nordic countries don't do this. So yeah, they might not be the wealthiest power, but they, you know, have higher rates of education, literacy, human satisfaction, etc. Right? So it depends on what we actually value in a society. Do we value well-being or do we value profit accumulation?
Validates your point. If that's the case, people would move to those states. They don't. When you judge a great restaurant by the amount of people that come in, you can say the food sucks here.
Yeah,
you can say the service sucks here.
There were millions of people that lived in Germany.
But everybody's lined up to want to come here. They're not lined up to go into those countries. They're just used by professors as theories.
There were millions of people that also
Yeah, I'll say it like this, right? Most people don't realize the benefits and the leniency and the freedoms that they have over here in America. And you got a lot of anti-American people as well. The only remedy for that is that she needs to go to Iran. She needs to go live in Iran or Saudi Arabia for like 3-4 years. As a black woman, anybody, but as a black woman, it's going to be even more crazy. And then what you're going to come to find out is that you don't know what you have until it's gone. You got a lot of spoiled ass people over here. All right, I'm not saying life should be, perfect or life isn't hard or nothing like that, but it becomes mental health purposes after a while. If she went to go live in Iran for a year, she'll be begging to come back to the United States of America. She would. So I'm trying to say, these people don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Also lived in Germany in the 1920s.
I lived in Germany before as well, for 2 years.
Hey, before we go any further, we want to take a moment to say thanks so much to Straight Arrow News for powering the fact checks in this video. Straight Arrow News is on a mission to raise the bar on journalism in a time of media bias and mistrust. Straight Arrow News helps you quickly find trusted information you need to understand the news, allowing you to dive deep into the topics that matter to you and the world around you. Their work is trying to break the bias bubble, helping you understand how every side of the political spectrum is reporting on a story so you get a full picture of the news. That's why we're so happy to be partnering with Straight Arrow News. They deliver the facts, unbiased, balanced, and designed to make sense of a complex world, getting you the clarity you deserve and news you can trust. Go to san.com/surrounded or click the link in the description to check it out. By clicking that link, you're not just supporting this channel. You also take advantage of a better way to get the news. Welcome back to Trustworthy Journalism. Thanks again to Straight Arrow News for partnering with us on this episode. Now, let's get into it.
My next claim is capitalism has lifted more people out of poverty than any other system.
Patrick.
How are you?
I'm Gabby.
Gabby?
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
So
Gabby.
I would argue that governments have actually lifted the most people out of poverty. If you look historically, we look at China, for instance, had the most significant poverty reduction in all of human history. They pulled 800 million people out of poverty using state-owned enterprises and state centralized planning. They did work with the capitalist system, but they did it, most of it was done through state-funded infrastructure, education, and contributing to strong literacy programs, redistributing the wealth. I think that my other argument would be that there hasn't been an opportunity for alternative systems like socialism to pull enough people out of poverty. So we look at examples.
There hasn't been?
There hasn't been enough opportunities for them to succeed. And so when
Why
we
do you
say,
think that is?
I think that is partly because of the U.S., and I think because capitalist forces and global market insecurities have sabotaged these attempts to do socialism. So we look at an example in Chile in the 1960s. They elected a democratic socialist, and he proposed literacy reform, wealth redistribution, land reform, and all of that was a threat, obviously, to the United States because McCarthyism was on the rise at the time. And so instead of allowing Allende to have a chance with that, the U.S. Orchestrated a CIA-backed coup to take over and to have a military dictatorship that led the country instead of Allende, who actually was having a lot of success in reducing the poverty rates before the U.S. interfered. And so I think we look at other parts of Latin America, like Venezuela, for instance, and we see the same thing. We see that the U.S. has interfered several times. With Chavez in Venezuela, he was able to reduce the poverty reduction in half in the first decade of him being in office, and he was sabotaged ultimately by the U.S. and by a military dictatorship, so that the people that replaced them were actually.
So may I respond? It's
Sure.
a lot of different cases here. So
Sure.
thank you for that.
Of course.
Let's go China first. Okay, so when you say China was able to recover and because they use state-funded, nationalized systems.
Yep.
So in 1978, Xiaoping, the leader of China, went to Japan. He saw what was going on with Japan for 2 decades. Every year, their GDP was growing by 15%. The economy was doubling pretty much every 4 years.
Sure.
They go over there, they say, we got to find a way to compete with Japan. How do they have fewer people, but they're beating us? They sit down with their leaders after a few drinks. Eventually, they say, how did you fix your economy to be growing the way that it is? A capitalistic society that they had in Japan. They asked the question from Xiaoping, the prime minister Fukuda, asked the question, how many banks do you guys have in China? He says, we have one bank. He said, it's a nationalized bank? He says, yeah. That's it? Yeah. How many loan officers do you have? Not many. You want to compete with one bank? Yes. He says, if you want to compete with us or others, here's what you have to do. You need 5,000 banks with 35 branches, with 30 loan officers. That's a total of 5.25 million loan officers and a population of 600 million people that are living there. You do that every week. You take 10 applications with these loan officers for small business owners, and you allow the small business owner to compete. They did that. China started competing. By the way, in America in the 1920s, we had around 30,000 banks when we were really, competing in a marketplace. In the 80s, we ended up having around 14,000. Today, we only have 4,100 banks in America. That concept of allowing just one bank to compete, it's not going to work. China takes on the idea from Japan.
If I can interrupt you, I mean, I think that
they start growing with certain capitalistic philosophies.
I think you're thinking about this in very capitalist terms, which makes sense. You're a capitalist, but
because it works. That's the idea. Because it's produced the results.
You're only thinking about these scenarios in a situation where
she's not even listening. She's about to give a whole goddamn rich people an evil fucking speech. She didn't hear nothing he just said. Not a goddamn thing.
Market mechanisms are in place. And this is the problem that I have with so many capitalists is they can't exit their worldview and try to see a world where socialism could be in place because they don't understand the untapped potential of socialism. And I'm a democratic socialist. I think that we need to build forward towards that.
Nobody wants no goddamn socialism. Like you wanna take wealthy people's money, split that shit up, and split it amongst everybody. Want everybody to have equal shit. We can't have equal shit because everybody don't do equal work. See, you got these retards at the bottom talking about, of course they're poor, so they don't give a shit. Okay? Oh, we want to take these rich people's money and we want to spread it around the communities. So everybody can have the same thing. So you mean to tell me, if I work harder than you, you supposed to get paid the same amount as me and I work harder than you? That's ridiculous. I was trying to say, these people crazy, man. They're dangerous too.
With reforms, and I think we need to work with the government. I don't think that we should abandon the state. I also don't think that we should give state elites the complete control over society. I do think that we should work with the state to instill these reforms and then eventually erode capitalism.
But unfortunately, socialism has had hundreds of years
in terms of
to produce results, and it hasn't worked. Do you know why it doesn't work, though?
It's been sabotaged.
It's been sabotaged, yes. Or it's because it forces people to do something they don't want to do?
Does capitalism not do the same?
No, capitalism gives you
There's 7 million people in this country who have to work multiple jobs.
Capitalism gives you the opportunity to choose. Hold on. Let me break this down for y'all real quick. Y'all need to hear this shit. So socialism forces people to do things they don't want to do. She says, well, doesn't capitalism do the same thing? Well, the problem with that is that capitalism gives you freedom. You can be as broke as you want, or you can be as rich as you want. It's totally up to you. I'm going to say that again. You're dealing with capitalism. You have a choice. You can be as poor as you want to be, or you can be as rich as you want to be. Socialism is not the same thing. They're making you do something that you don't want to do. And the only reason why they're okay with it because they ain't rich. Let these motherfuckers get like $20 million tomorrow. And then you tell me if they want to take all their money and distribute it equally amongst people that didn't work hard as him. You got fucking, in Venezuela, you got doctors getting paid the same thing as taxi drivers. Yo, if you don't work harder than me, you don't deserve to have what I have. And that's vice versa. If I don't work harder than the next man, I don't deserve to have what you have. I don't understand I don't understand what the problem is. These people are fucking evil.
Jobs just to get by.
I had to work multiple jobs for a season.
They're forced to do that because either they do that or they starve. So if the options are to work or to starve, that's not freedom, that's economic coercion.
Respectfully, if you do that for a period of your life, I understand it. If you're doing that for 30 years, you're doing something wrong. You shouldn't be working multiple jobs for the rest of your life.
So, first of all, I'm not going to...
And then on top of that, the guy's a fucking multimillionaire. Instead of going back and forth with him, why don't you try learning from him? Clearly, he knows something that you don't know. Clearly, he is where you're trying to be. So, these people don't come here to try to learn and find those solutions. They come here to be right. You're arguing with somebody who's in the position that you can't get to. You don't even know how to navigate the motherfucker. But instead of learning from him, this is why I say you only get as far as the people you hang around. Why are you arguing with the guy that has the answers to the problem? This is evil, man.
argue with this moral argument. I think that people who live in poverty, especially when we look at how many people live in poverty in this country, and also it depends on how you define the poverty line, but there's 40 million Americans who live below the poverty line in this country. There's 3 guys in this country that own 40% of the wealth. How does that work in a country that is
You really want to
built
go
on-
there? You want
Sure.
to go there? Okay, so let's
Yeah.
talk about it. So when we talk about the rich people at the top, okay, and you say, well, the rich don't pay enough taxes. Do you know what the bottom 50% of taxpayers in America pay towards the revenue that the government gets in taxes? Do you know what the bottom 50% pays?
Tell me.
2%.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know shit. She just came on here looking for a fucking fight. Like, she doesn't know anything. Look at her. Just... She doesn't know shit. She just came on here to pick a fight. And you know, let me tell you something, y'all. The worst thing about losing is when you're too dumb to realize you lost. You just be looking crazy. She doesn't even know how dumb she is. She actually believes what she's saying out her mouth. She believes this shit. All right, let me shut up and see what's going on.
Percent of taxes. Do you know what the top 1% pays?
There's been several years.
Do you know
that
what the
they've
top
paid
1%?
nothing.
Do you know?
They've been nothing
No,
in
no,
their
hang on a
federal
second.
taxes.
This is from the.
Answer the goddamn question. See, now she's doing them fucking Jedi mind tricks. This is what happens when people come out with their chests all poked out. This is actually, it's a term for this. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect means that you haven't studied a topic long enough to know you're incorrect on it. So these people have done and then we're not gonna get on comprehension. Let's break this down. She does.
IRS. I'm not writing a blog from Huffington Post. This is not Daily Beast. I'm telling you the story. The top 1% pays 42%
I'll say this: the
of
top
all
1%
tax
is
revenue.
about to pay.
And see, the point he's trying to make is that all the and I've said this several times on my live streams. The wealthy people. Hold on, let me see this real quick. Okay. What he's trying to say, like I've said on several live streams, is that wealthy people pay majority of the taxes. So if you're taxing wealthy people or you're harassing them or you're talking this socialistic talk, they're going to take their money and they're going to leave. Do you know what happens when wealthy people leave? The bill falls on the middle class. Or they're going to hike their prices. You think they're just going to sit there and just let you? No, they're going to relocate. Look what's happening in New York right now. So, I mean, and then on top of that, we didn't even get into the fact that if the millionaires and the corporations leave, there will be no jobs. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we really talking about? Are we serious? This doesn't make any goddamn sense.
A lot less in taxes because of
Look at her. Complete moron. Don't have a clue what's going on.
the provision
They'll
that just went
actually
into
end up paying
Trump's,
even
your
more
guys'
revenue to the
big,
government.
beautiful bill.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Get the fuck out, because I don't know what the fuck that was about. That was horrible. That was horrible. It's a damn shame too. Poor guy, he got to deal with this type of low cognition. Oh God.
That was fast.
Hi, I'm Anne.
Anne, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna tell you straight up right now. She's a psychopath. 75% of communication is unspoken. She's a psycho. Look at her. She's a complete psycho. She is. She's gonna come here with the same attitude, same disdain. Instead of, hey, you know what? Maybe I could learn something. Maybe I miscalculated along the way. Maybe it's something I didn't add up right. Maybe something I overlooked. But no, she's not going to do that. She's going to come in and fight the guy who probably has the answers for her to get where she needs to be. But fuck it. It is what it is.
So I do want to address part of the claim about poverty, but I also want to address what you brought up about like paying taxes. You said the top 1% pays a large amount of taxes. The problem is that the bottom 2 quintiles can't pay taxes because they quite literally have no wealth. Do you understand that? Like the bottom quintile of the United
That's his point. So if you're going to tax the millionaires, which pay majority of the taxes, they're going to leave. Look what's happening in New York under Mamdani. You don't tax the rich people and threaten them with socialism. They're going to take their money and they're going to leave. You want the millionaires in your city because they pay majority of the taxes. Just like how she said, the poor people can't pay taxes. So guess who it's going to fall on? It's going to fall on the middle class. That's what's going to happen. You fuck with the wealthy, it's going to fall on the middle class. Then on top of that, let me tell you how dumb she is. She's super dumb. I'll tell you why. She's sitting here complaining about poor people are poor, they have no jobs. It's going to be even worse when the wealthy people leave because the corporations are going to go with them. What happens when the corporations go with them? Moron. The fucking jobs go too. I respect for brothers who have enough patience to deal with this, but this is insane. Like, these people are so... No, I'm not going to say that because I could be slow sometimes too. Let me just finish the video. It is a little bit frustrating. I think that these people actually... It's very simple mathematics, okay? They're talking in circles. I don't even really think they listening to what the hell they're saying. Let's listen to this crazy woman. This woman is fucking nuts.
States doesn't have any wealth. In fact, they're in debt, so they have literally like negative wealth.
Why do you think that is?
I think that's for a lot of reasons. I think that's because workers have been exploited. I think that they haven't had the opportunity to gain social mobility.
Why do you think that is?
Because of exploitation.
You think they're being exploited?
Yes.
Oh, so people are being forced to work at companies. They don't have a choice.
I didn't say that they were.
So people are being.
They are being forced. If the other option is starve or die.
What job do you have right now? What do you do for a living?
I do work from home stuff. I don't want to disclose that.
So you chose to do that, right? That's your choice. Great. If somebody works at Starbucks as a barista, it's their choice. If somebody has a job that they're working, it's their choice. If somebody is not utilizing their time properly and accordingly, of course the market's not going to pay you more.
Do you think that, like, they brought up single mothers earlier. Do you think that single mothers are sitting around playing Fortnite 15 hours a day?
Unfortunately, single mothers were manipulated on what happened.
Is that a yes or no?
Single mothers were manipulated by what Lyndon Johnson came out with. They changed the benefits on giving single mothers the incentive to have kids on all the welfare program. That changed our system in a major way. The feminist movement got single mothers to believe they don't need men and they're going to do everything by.
Yo, when I'm listening to people talk, again, 75% of communication is unspoken, is body language. This crazy broad is malfunctioning right now. That's what happens when they start malfunctioning. Their eyes and shit start moving, they start twitching and shit like that, and then they cut you off. They cut you off to say some shit that you wasn't even talking about in the first place. A conversation or cut off that never even had to happen if they would have just had the poise to just sit there and listen and learn something. She already made the first mistake by she was talking about how bad it is for poor people. Well, if you feel like it's bad for poor people, then it would probably suffice that you advocate for millionaires to stay in your city because they take care of the bulk of the taxes. So what she's basically saying, unknowing to her, because she just doesn't get it, let's get rid of all the millionaires so I can pay more taxes. The millionaires are covering you guys' shares of not paying taxes. They pay the most taxes because they make more money. And look at her. Look at the smile. Like, she, poor child. Poor thing. What can you do? All we can do is be patient with our fellow mankind. I feel even if they're going to all fucking kill us, do dumbass fucking decisions.
Themselves, and they don't need a man to help them out. This division that's happened between us caused many people to be in the situation that they're at.
Most households are 50-50. They're closer to 50-50 today, so that has nothing to do with feminism.
Not necessarily.
Feminism didn't just like convince women because they're too stupid to think for
Feminism
themselves.
was one of the worst things that happened in America because it pinned men.
So it came out. You let a person talk long enough, then it start come out. So she said something about feminism didn't just come along because we were too stupid to think for ourselves. How ironic. I'm gonna leave that one alone. That's a whole conversation.
Do you think
in
that
itself.
women are so stupid that they've been...
No, I don't.
Yes. Not all, but you, generally, yes.
brainwashed? Okay, so you don't think that they've just fallen into this feminist propaganda? You don't think they're idiots?
No, I don't think that, but I do think people can be manipulated.
So she's talking... Oh, God, Jesus Christ, I didn't want to get into this shit. So she's talking about... she's talking about feminism, right? So the whole thing was for you guys to go fight and make money, right? You can make money, you can get in the workforce, you can do whatever you want to do. That was your choice. Now it didn't work out for you, Now you got single. Now we're complaining about single baby mothers having to do everything on their own. That's what they fought for in feminism. They said they wanted to go in the workforce. All right. They say, yo, we could do whatever men do. We're gonna live like them. We want to go. We want to make our own money. Now she's complaining about single baby mothers. What about the single baby fathers out there? Oh, we got homeless women on the street. What about the homeless men on the street? So then you ask for something, you get it, and then you complain about it because it didn't work out for you. That's not how it works. That's what I'm trying to say. She's slow. And when I say slow, I'm not trying to be like harsh. I'm saying that I respect what this guy's doing because you need people like this because you have to have a digital footprint. When all of this thing hit the shits, we want to be able to go back online and say, yeah, we had this conversation. We've been having these conversations for years. But the getting through to her and all the programming that she's been through, it'd be a waste of fucking time. I don't even have the energy to waste my time. I'm getting upset and I'm not even fucking talking to her. I'm just doing a goddamn reaction video. I have a real problem. Not with, we all can be stupid, right? But then you have some issues where it's though, you know what, hey, I leave myself room for error. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to analyze. I'm willing to do that. These people don't even want to hear shit. She doesn't even know what debate she's having because she's not even listening to them.
But they're not stupid enough to do that because
she's made several mistakes in this short period of conversation since she's been at the table. She's made so many already, and she's still going. She probably went home and was like, "Yeah, baby, I stuck it to him."
the majority of people are splitting nearly towards 50-50.
There are so many people that bought into a philosophy that stole decades away from their lives, their lives, because they bought into an idea that didn't produce the results.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about capitalism is the best economical system that provides the best results for people.
But we can't just jump back and forth between claim to claim to claim. So the claim about feminism brainwashing people into being single mothers, how does that work? No, I didn't.
I said feminists originally brainwashed women to believe men are the enemy. That led to where we are today. Last week, report came in.
Single mothers?
Yes, in many cases.
I don't understand what the problem is, right? She brings up feminism. It's like, okay, cool. You guys wanted to go out and work in the force. You wanted to make your own money. What's the problem? Didn't work out for you, so now you're upstate talking about rich poor people. Now we supposed to feel bad because she keeps bringing up like these single mothers. It's like, what are we supposed? So what do you want us to do? You want us to feel bad for the mothers who said, hey, listen, we want to go out and attack life ourselves. The government gonna pay us. Most are single mothers by choice. Why does she keep bringing this up? If we say, hey, listen, we're going to lead the household and we're going to go on government assistance, we're going to get all these incentives. And then she goes to complain and she said, if they had a choice to pick between men or the government, they chose the government. Fine. No doubt. No problem. It is what it is. Now you're sitting here still complaining about single mothers that are struggling. Well, you got men that are struggling every single day. What about them? But that's beyond the point. The point is, stop bringing up the goddamn single mothers and shit. Like we just threw you guys out on the street. That's the path you guys wanted to take. You guys wanted to take that path. And as far as I'm concerned, in life, you should have that choice. You better do what you want to do. That's the beautiful thing about capitalism. Nobody's making you do anything. You can choose to be as rich as you want. You can choose to be as poor as you want. You can choose to be as smart as you want. You can choose to be as dumb as you want. This is literally the land of the free. You can do whatever you want to do. Even if it's harmful to you, you can still do it. That's how free it is. All right.
This is because they don't need men.
Do you have evidence for that? 100%. You really think a single mother wants to be a single mother?
Absolutely, we have evidence of that.
What? Yo, I told you, man. Look at her. See? That's the crazy face, man. Look at her. Look at it, man. Can you imagine having a conversation with somebody look like that? Like that, I mean, she look like she's fucking glitching, bro. What are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing? Okay. Praise God. Let me stop. Please forgive me for my sins. Today's another day. All right? Just goddamn, like. Praise God, man. Praise God, man. God is good. God is righteous all the time, isn't he? He's perfect in his creations, isn't he? Yes, he is.
Single mother making minimum wage down the road, like working for some grocery store, having to take care of all of her children, is just like, I just don't need a man. I just want to be independent.
What percentage?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Oh, okay, hold up. Let me wind it back. Maybe I heard it wrong. Even I know how slow she is, I'm still giving her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I heard it wrong. Let me rewind that back. This is crazy. Let me see
the results.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about capitalism is the best economical system that provides the best results for people.
But we can't just jump back and forth between claim to claim to claim. So the claim about feminism brainwashing people into being single mothers, how does that work?
I didn't say, I said feminists originally brainwashed women to believe men are the enemy. That led to where we are today. Last week report came in.
Single mothers?
Yes, in many cases, because they don't need men.
Do you have evidence for that? 100%. You really think a single mother wants to be a single mother?
Absolutely, we have evidence of that.
You think the single mother making minimum wage down the road, like working for some grocery store, having to take care of all of her children, is just like, I just don't need a man. I just want to be independent.
What percentage?
I'll live in abject poverty to be independent.
That's exactly what they said. Here I am asking questions again like I don't know how slow she is. Let me stop. Let's move forward. All right, let's go.
The U.S. revenue that we get in, you think we use for entitlement programs? What percentage?
I don't remember the exact
percentage. What do you think the number is? So we bring in $4.9 trillion.
They come in here, they haven't done their homework. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just angry people, right? And you know what? I mean, you can't blame them for being angry. Life can be a little tough, right? But I'm just calling it what it is. They don't even have the numbers, statistics, the data. They don't have anything to support their claims. They're just, these people. Let me tell you something. These people right here are used to taking advantage of the optics, man. Usually when people are having conversations, they get wrapped up in the tone of voice. All the heavy breathing and who's more convincing. Instead, all of that is more important than actual facts because perception is greater than reality. Man, listen. Human beings are technology. They are. And human beings do run on a program. And to get off a certain program onto another program can nearly cost you your life. That's how deep the programs can run. Programs can be so deep that if you got rid of it, you won't even have an identity. But that's a whole nother conversation. Let's finish.
We do in private spending.
We bring $4.9 trillion in, okay? The U.S. revenue comes in. What percentage do you think goes to entitlement programs?
I don't know.
What do you think is a reasonable number?
Well, what you're calling entitlement programs, I'm actually not sure what you mean by that.
I'm talking about Social Security. I'm talking about
so social
Section
welfare.
8. I'm talking about...
You know what entitlement means? Entitlement programs, meaning that you get money that you shouldn't fucking have. Okay? That's what it means. All right?
But any of these...
It's much less than...
The nice programs. Let us help you out. Let's give you something that, So in a way, there is a sense of socialism here. But y'all want to take it full throttle. It's crazy.
Other OECD countries.
What percentage do you think
I don't remember the exact percentage, but it's much.
You don't remember nothing. You shouldn't even be here. What the fuck is going on? I don't remember this. I don't know this. I don't know. Then why are you here then? These people crazy. All right. It's going to be my last one. It's one guy.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's 10%,
far behind.
20%, 30%? What do you think the number is?
No, but it's relatively low compared to other OECD countries.
What do you think it is? Can you guess the number?
I don't remember the number off the top of my head. I've already said that.
68%.
Relatively low compared to other countries. What do you think other countries are getting? Where do you think other countries are getting this money from? 68% goes to entitlement programs. She's talking about 20, 30 is not that much. She doesn't even know what she's talking about. None of them do. None of them do. This man single-handedly discombobulated every one of them. And they didn't even see it.
How much more entitlement?
68%. Can we fact check that?
You can fact check that.
Okay.
Please do so.
Please.
68% goes to entitlement.
See, and this right here is what being spoiled will do to you. You give somebody so much shit, so much opportunity, they still think that they're in bondage. You got people in America right now with all this freedom, all this freedom, all this opportunity, yet they think they're in bondage. You have people like that. You have people literally living in the United States feeling like they're oppressed. You do. It's so bad that we treat them so good, they don't even know how good they be treating. She 60%, 62% goes to entitlement programs. She doesn't even know the blessings she's getting, and she just like, that can't be true. This is why you can't do shit for people anyway. You do shit for people anyway, they're not going to appreciate it, even if they even notice it. Nice. Look up the etymology of the word nice. It means ignorant. Yeah, go on your computers, type in the etymology of the word nice. Etymology is where words derived from, the original meanings, until we, smacked our own interpretations on it. The definition of nice, etymology of the word nice, means ignorant and stupid. You get this type of shit when you're too nice to people. The less options you have, the more the more fun or the more fulfilled life will be. It's just like when you cut on Netflix, right? You got a fucking million movies to watch from. Most people get confused. Most people don't even finish a movie because they're halfway through the movie. They say, well, maybe I should have watched this movie. Now you're jumping back from movies to movies. Or it can be irritating trying to pick out a movie amongst millions of movies. So people tend to be more depressed the more options that they have. This is why America's oppressed. We've got so many options that you got people in the street. This is how crazy it is. We got so much freedom. We got so much options. We got so much time on our hands that people have the time to sit in the streets for hours and argue what a man and a female is. This is how much time we have. Yep. This is how much freedom we have. We have so much freedom in America that it's so much freedom. Most people don't even know what this type of freedom looks like. It's like we can sit in the streets and just argue about what a man and a female is, as if though we don't even know what a man and a female is. We're just going to rewrite the whole shit because that's how much freedom and time we got to sit around and do nothing. Obesity rate. Everybody just eating up shit. Got so much food, got so much opportunity, got so much money to make. People don't know what to do with this type of freedom. Humans need to be confined and regulated. You let human beings do what the fuck they want to do, this is what you have. You got motherfuckers out here just doing all type of shit. All right? One of them is, I don't want to be a guy or a woman no more. I'm just going to switch over. Fine. This is what happens when you just got so much freedom and time, right? Or you know what? Hell, shit. What else? I'm going to start a whole fucking movement, and I'm going to rechange the definition of men and women. I'm going to have a whole goddamn everybody just going to sit in the streets and talk about it all day long. Yo, when there's real hardship and people are really suffering, you don't have time to sit in the goddamn streets talking about what the fuck is a man and a woman. Americans are spoiled. They are. And then they hate America like, yo, if this shit gets invaded tomorrow, brother, you in here too, you know. These people that want America to fall. If America falls tomorrow, you know you're in here. This is your home. Whether you like it or not, or whatever hardships you had, this is your home. You just think they're going to obliterate America and they're just going to keep you alive? And then what? Yeah, listen. Let's continue the video.
Of our federal budget?
No, of the revenue that comes in, 68%.
So the capita GDP.
Not GDP. You're confusing the two different things.
She doesn't know if she's confusing the two different things. She doesn't fucking know anything.
Actual tax revenue that we get.
Okay, so tax revenue.
68% of it goes towards entitlement programs. 68%.
She's still, get her ass out of here and get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. She's still fucking, look at her. Did you vote me out? Yeah, we voted your ass out, you crazy. Get out. What is wrong with, look at her. Fuck out. Yeah, get up. The hell out.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. She's even worse.
How are you?
Good.
Grace?
Yes, Grace.
Good.
All right, man. Listen. I was about to get off after this one, yo. She's even worse. Yo, why? Okay. Yo, why they come on here so excited like that? Why can't they just calm it down, get their thoughts together? She's crazy too. I don't think she's as crazy as the one before her, but yo, listen to this crazy broad, man. This is out of control. She thinks he's supposed to give his money up.
Hi. I want to say that I think it's pretty comical that an elite such as yourself has the goal to tell us average Americans who's in poverty and who's not.
Stop. Stop right there. Flag on the play. Already she comes in with crazy insults, right? Then she says he has the gall to talk to poor people. Sweetie, he's a multi-millionaire. He's who you should be fucking listening to. He has figured out what you're still trying to figure out. See, you're only gonna get as far as the people you hang around. She comes on there all off the bat with this attitude. You have the gall as a multi-millionaire to talk to us poor people. Yeah, somebody needs to talk to you. Because you're fucking stupid. Okay? If this guy sat down with me or any fucking millionaire with me, that would be the time for me to shut the hell up and listen. That is not the time to go back and forth with them like you know something. You don't know shit. You still trying to figure it out. He's figured it out. It would suffice to listen. She already fucked up.
A lot of times,
I was an average American. I was a guy that was in poverty.
You're not anymore.
And you can also
you're
change.
What are we doing here? He's letting you know he was an average American. He worked himself up through hard work, just like anybody else can do. Does it work out for everybody? No, the fucking doesn't. But it's still in your power to make that leap. He wasn't born into money. Oh my God. What a fucking idiot.
You can also change.
Anyways,
do you believe
you're
you
talking
can change?
about a lot of times that the market for poverty is actually very low. So a lot of times, like $2 a day is the line for how they measure poverty.
$2.15, yeah.
And that's ridiculous. So if I make $5 a day, I'm not in poverty.
That's because
I can actually live. I can pay the rent.
Sure.
But we're talking about this country, right? We're not talking about around the world. I've noticed that you like to do that. You like to skirt from America and talk about other countries to try to make it look like we're better, but we're
America's
actually getting
worse. America's the greatest
worse.
country in the world.
Anyway.
Yeah, he's doing that because you're taking everything for granted. That's why he's doing that. This is why I don't believe in giving people shit, right? You ain't family, you ain't friends. Don't do nothing for nobody because they're not going to appreciate the shit any fucking way. He's basically fucking telling you, he's making a comparative study so you can make a comparison. That's what he's trying to do. You go to these other countries, you're going to see there's a significant difference. That's what the guy's trying to tell you. I don't know what's so difficult about that.
It's the greatest country. We are at the highest that we've ever been with homelessness since we started collecting data.
Why is that? Ask you. Are you from California?
We haven't had a pay raise since
California?
2009.
Do you live here?
Our minimum wage nationally is $7.25.
Okay.
And you wonder why we have the highest poverty rate. You think that capitalism's winning? Can you survive? Would you like to live off $7.25
I used
an
to
hour?
work for $4.25 at Haagen-Dazs.
Right.
Then I
and that
went
was
and
a very
worked
different
at
time.
Burger.
Oh man, why I got this shit on the fucking, I forgot to change the goddamn title. This is horrible. Yo, James, I forgot to change my title, bro. I need you to do some tech work. So fucking stupid. What was I about to say, man? Damn, I gotta start doing that. I always forget to change my goddamn titles, man. Anyway, moving forward.
For $4.75.
And how much do you make now?
Then I make millions today. Then
right,
I worked
and that's
at
why
Bob's
you like
Big
capitalism,
Boy.
because we're not all making that.
And that's why you hate. He likes capitalism because it's working for him. You hate capitalism because it's not working for you. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like if you was rich. See, here's the deal with capitalism, right? And I said this shit the other day, right? People like what they good at. Capitalism can be very intimidating because you got people out working you got people outclassing you got people that are smarter than you got people running circles around you. You got people out here inventing shit, coming out with all type of stuff, and people still living from paycheck to paycheck. So yes, it is kind of hard to be outclassed by other people. That's why people don't like capitalism, right? So in her instinct, she tells him, you only like capitalism because it's work, because you're winning, because you're rich. Yeah, that's because he's fucking winning, and you hate capitalism because you're losing. It's all subjective. Now you turn around and get this woman $10 million fucking dollars and then ask her if she wants to spread her money around and so everybody can be fucking equal and have the equal amount of shit. Everybody don't deserve equal shit because everybody don't do fucking equal work. These people are crazy, man. They're crazy.
Difference is, but the difference between
critiquing the people in poverty
the difference, my whole
yeah, the millionaire is critiquing the people in poverty, and you probably should be listening because he got the answers to the problems you're still trying to fucking solve. He's a fucking millionaire for a reason. It would suffice for you to listen and learn something. Huh? You gotta be kidding me.
Carter, you should work. You know, you can be me. We can't all be you.
My hope is that
you definitely can't be him at all. You don't even know how to be yourself. This is crazy.
You believe you can change and improve. That you believe you can upgrade yourself. That's my belief.
You know what? That's what rich people like you want to keep telling.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't even know why he's still talking to her. These people are just mad. She didn't come here for a solution. She didn't come here to learn anything. She just came here to be right and fight. I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about. And all of them are crazy as hell. They come on here with all this jittery and shit, fast responses, not even listening to the guy. It's just you can't help people like this. You just can't help them, man. You can't. There's nothing you can do for them. You know what happens when you try to save somebody that's drowning? And they start fighting you back? You end up drowning with them. Don't cast your pearls on the swine. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. But we are thankful for these brothers because he's having these conversations, we don't have to. Most people would just walk right past her and just say, hey, good luck. Knock yourself out. That's really what rich people do. Rich people don't even fuck around and waste their time having these conversations. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You tax me, I'm leaving the country. You're going to have to pay more goddamn taxes on the middle class anyway. They don't give a shit. You lucky he's taking time out his day to even school you on how life works. People fucking wake up in the morning. What the fuck? You just think the lights come on their fucking own? You think water comes out your sink on its own? You think countries run their own? You people don't know how. People don't even know how the goddamn world system works. But yet you got all this talking. You got 2 ears for a reason. 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Us. But you can be just like me. Do you want to be like me? If you work hard enough,
I'm not
you can
saying
be like
that.
me. It's not very realistic.
It's actually you wouldn't be able to be like me because you wouldn't work that hard. Would you work that hard?
You don't.
That motherfucker. He said you'll never be like me because you can't work that hard. Like, that's what it boils down to.
I'm not going to tell you. I don't have to answer that.
If you don't choose to
measure my I don't have to measure my work ethic to be worthy.
You don't have to. Then you can't be upset for others who do so. You can't be upset
for people who are struggling.
No, because they work hard.
Yo, get her the fuck out of here, man. She gotta go.
What's wrong with capitalism? Because
but
you
go back
think
to the
that
homelessness.
You have to work so hard.
Do you live in the state of California?
I do.
Okay, you said homelessness.
Yes.
What do you think about your Governor Newsom? What do you think about him?
I don't like him. I'm a progressive. He doesn't do enough for the people.
Do you know when he
takes corporate money.
Fantastic.
He takes money from people like
when
you.
He was,
he's not
I've never given him money. But do you know when he first became a governor, I would never give him money. But when he became a governor first.
Yo, this is crazy. She won't even shut up for 5 to 6 seconds so this man can expound on his point. Okay? You want people to bring you fish every day. This man right here can teach you how to fish. Yo, let me tell you something, man. When a student is ready, the teacher will arrive, yo. This is exactly why. I know it's a TV show, but let's go forward. I think in this interview, he offers her a book to read or something, and she turns it down. I think it's her. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I watched this, but let me go see.
When he became a governor first, from then till today, he's raised the amount of homelessness in this state by 36,000 people.
Okay, you know, I don't like the guy, but he's not at fault for homelessness. People like you are. Billionaires like you are the problem.
Taxpayers gave him $24 billion.
So, billionaires are the reason why people are homeless. That's what she just said, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna have to run this down one more time. Billionaires pay most of the taxes. She's not even paying that much taxes compared to billionaires and millionaires. They carry the bulk of the taxes in the United States. You get rid of the billionaires, poor people can't pay taxes. So guess what's going to happen? The middle class is going to be destroyed because the bill is going to be left with them. The billionaires left. They left. They rolled out. They say, hey, I ain't paying all these taxes. I ain't down with the socialism. I'm picking up my bags. I'm going across seas. I'm going where I'm going to go. I'm leaving. So now you got poor people and middle class still left here. Poor people can't pay shit. They're poor. Who do you think is going to be stuck with those taxes? Middle class. Okay? All right. Secondly, rich people go, corporations leave. The billionaires are the ones that supplying people jobs. That's why I try to say people don't really understand the difference between socialism and capitalism. If you understood what socialism really was, you wouldn't be saying, oh, get rid of capitalism. It doesn't make any damn sense. So we got number one, get rid of the billionaires, the ones that pay all your taxes. Get rid of the corporations, which are tied to the billionaires, which give you jobs. We're feeding you. They're feeding us, because I'm not a billionaire, right? But the wealthy people are feeding us so we don't have to carry the bulk. Then they're also providing jobs. Now, instead of working with that, saying, yo, what can I do with this? What can I do with my time? How can I read more books? How can I study this to increase my value? We're just going to say, yo, we need more. We don't care that you're paying all the taxes. We don't care that you guys are creating jobs. She probably has done nothing for her fucking community, but she's mad at billionaires and wealthy people. Wealthy people come out with inventions. They create business, give people jobs, and they pay the bulk of our taxes. This fucking lady probably just sits in her fucking living room just screaming at the fucking TV all day, just like me. Only difference between me, I ain't fucking complaining, and I ain't really screaming that loud. But she's crazy. That's what she's doing. She hasn't done anything for her community. Well, I say that, but allegedly. I don't know anything about her life, but I'm just assuming because by the way she's carrying herself. Okay? But she has the nerve to say that billionaires are the reason why people are poor. Yo, that's not the dumbest shit I've ever heard, man. People, let me tell you something about life, man. Sometimes in life, you're going to always be a victim. Nobody can save you. You can always be a victim.
Taxpayers
I believe it.
gave him $24 billion, and he didn't do nothing with it, and it increased.
Vote him out.
You
He's
vote
just
him
like
out. You have him. It's not that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not here to defend Newsom.
You can
but
go.
You're not much different than him. That's all I'm saying. You're in the same class.
But you're sitting here blaming.
All of us are the same. If we all became rich, we ain't trying to give. We don't want nobody telling us where to give our money to. This is why most Republicans, people vote Republicans because they plan on being rich. They pay less taxes. Only poor people really vote Democrat. They don't plan on. They know they're not going to amount to shit ever. They're just like, fuck this. I'm gonna sit here and just get benefits off the government. Fucking Republicans, conservatives, those for grown-ups. Those are for people saying, you know what, listen, I'm going to go out here and make my own way. And then when I fucking do become a millionaire or billionaire, yo, I ain't trying to be paying all these crazy-ass taxes. Democrats are totally different. They just want to, they just got dead dreams. They just think that they're just like, rich people are just supposed to fund all of their projects and fund all of their fucking wants and all this other goofy-ass shit that they got fucking going on. Yeah, that shit is. I hate that party. That party is a fucking disaster. Seriously, it just teaches you how to be a fucking victim. That's all it does.
A person who's changed their lives for the better, and it's their fault. My dad was.
This is not the United States of Patrick Bet David.
Do you know
this
where?
This is the United States of America.
I know, and I'm so great.
The dumb broad won't even listen for 5-6 seconds. This is the reoccurring motif. He can't even disseminate his information because she can't shut the fuck up for like 5-6 seconds. Anyway, moving forward.
Grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be here.
But are you willing to pay more taxes so that other people don't suffer? Are you willing?
Did you? What the fuck? She said, "Are you willing to pay more taxes so other people?" No, we're not. We're not willing. He's not willing to pay more fucking taxes so people won't fucking suffer. Okay, nobody helped him when he was fucking suffering. And if you gave a fuck about people, you wouldn't even ask somebody to do something like that. Let her be a millionaire. Let's go up to her and say, hey, you just got rich, trying to pay more taxes, so us over here that don't want to do shit can have more money. Oh, she'll be appalled by that. Yo, these fucking people are nuts. They're pure evil, man.
To pay more taxes so other people don't suffer.
I am so grateful to be here.
I see you're
fuck no, I ain't paying no goddamn taxes. All the motherfuckers can die for all I give a fuck. My family and my friends is what matters. All you motherfuckers can kick rocks. Do I pay more fucking taxes so other people get the
My dad was a cashier.
No, bitch, she's not willing at all. No, that's it. That's it. We ain't gonna do this no more. You know what? We ain't gonna do this no more. I ain't gonna do this shit no more. Hit you niggas with the be right. Hit you motherfuckers with the be right back. The fuck. All right, go take a shot. She just asked this man, after she cut him off several times through the stream, after she was been blatantly disrespectful to this man, not even let him finish or expound on any of the points that he's made. She goes on to ask him, after knowing that rich people pay majority of the taxes anyway, this woman asks him, are you willing to pay more taxes so other people don't suffer? I'm going to rewind it back, man. I just told y'all, she knows that the millionaires pay most of the taxes in the United States of America. If they don't pay it, we got to pay it. Knowing that, she looks this man right in the face and asks him, are you willing to pay more taxes so other people don't suffer? All right, bitch, let me ask you the same question. Are you willing to pay more fucking taxes so people don't suffer? Oh, I don't have that much money. You probably got more money than most other people. There's always going to be somebody richer than you. Always going to be somebody poorer than you. Are you willing to pay more fucking taxes? So if you're not willing to pay more fucking taxes, what makes you think that they're not willing to pay more taxes? And they pay way more fucking taxes than we do. See, this is why I call people stupid. I don't call people stupid because I'm angry. I call people stupid because they earned that name. They earned that.
In Inglewood at a 99-cent store. We had nothing. No, I don't tell you that's great. We had nothing. I'm the guy that had I'm the guy that had a
I'm the propaganda that
you know why you don't know where it's going? Because you won't shut the fuck up and listen for 2 seconds. That's why you don't know where it's going. How can you talk as much as she do and then say I don't know where it's going?
What you don't want to hear is that because it's the truth.
We
Can I ask you a question?
Be like you.
When's the last time you read a business book? When's the last time you read a self-help book?
I don't need to answer that.
When's the last time you read a self-help?
I wrote a self-help book. I'm a writer. I'm a creative.
Tell me what self-help book you read.
She said she read a self-help book. Y'all better trash that shit. Whatever help she getting, bro, trust me, you don't want. You do not want. Whatever help she getting, you don't want. Trust me. Man, send that motherfucker back to sender. Yeah, go get your money back. Go get your money back. Get your money back. Get your money back, bro.
I'm not.
Give me one. Give me one you read. Are you willing to take one recommendation?
No.
You're not.
No.
See? There you go. There you go. She don't want to take a recommendation, right? Mind you, he's a billionaire. He knows where she's trying to go, he's already there. What she's trying to figure out, he's already figured out. He says he wants to recommend a book to you. She doesn't want it. So, again, these people are not looking for solutions, bro. They're not looking for solutions. They don't want to be helped either. Complaining feels good to people. They don't want to be helped. Because all they came here to do was to be right and fight. That's it. That's all they came to do. And I keep saying that. I keep repeating myself on that because it's very important that you understand that. Because some conversations, and I used to fall into this trap a lot, you're going to end up finding yourself having conversations with people that can't handle the conversation or they don't have enough information to handle the conversation. So unfortunately, I know people hate this, but we all have to dumb ourselves down sometimes. Sometimes you can't really get a chance to show people how smart you are. It's not because you're not smart. It's because the people you're hanging around won't be able to digest everything that you have to give to them. Most people are still stuck on monkey business, monkey see, monkey do. You start talking, having real conversations with them, they start glitching, everything goes fucking crazy, everything goes to shit. Now y'all not even friends anymore. It can be that bad sometimes. All right.
Then I can't help you.
That's okay. I don't need your help. I didn't come here for your help. I came here to debate you. Good.
Awesome.
See? Damn. That's not good. Hope they find that brother. Yeah, her attitude was horrible. Her attitude was quite fucking deplorable, right? And that's just the way it is. I don't know, she get mad at this guy like he did something to her, but in her mindset, she really feels and believes that the reason why poor people are poor is because of rich people. That's just like being in the classroom saying the reason why kids aren't failing because those kids are passing. That's what she's basically saying. So she's mad at him for what? He's taking his time out today to help these people because clearly these people need help. She goes to say, I don't need your help. All this is pride. But clearly you need some help. We all fucking need help. If you guys come in this gathering and you have all of them versus him, all of them are complaining, all of them are stressed out, they have things they want to solve. But then when they get upset, I don't need your help, I don't need no help. You need some motherfucking help. Okay? Denial was the first step to any downfall. You need some help. All right, I think this is it. I don't think I can take another one. I think pause.
How's it going, man?
What's your name?
Armin.
Armin?
Nah, we ain't gonna do this.
When you said capitalism,
See, he's fucking stoned. He come up in this joint half fucking drunk. I can see it on his face. He about to simp out. I can tell you that right now. It was 2 women before him. They did a horrible job. Now he feels like he's about to rescue and be the man of the fucking hour. And we don't have time for that today. All right, there's beers that need to be drank. Okay. All right. With that being said, yo, good show. But there's just one guy I got to get to. I got to do the last segment to this. I'm probably going to do it later on today or tomorrow. Boom. We'll get to it.